What's up, Aquarius? Welcome back. Let's get into your weekly tarot predictions. Well, so excited. Let's begin by channeling with the universe. Thank you, universe, for this opportunity to read on behalf of Aquarius. Please bring the messages of health, wealth, love, and abundance, acceptance, friendship, health, joy. Bring them all of these things within their heart. Please only bring the messages for the highest vibrational good, so that any messages that come across in a succinct way, so that if Aquarius has any questions at all, that there will be clarity here. We are so appreciative of all the energetic helpers, and please connect with whatever Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising uniquely believes in. I say all of this in the name of I am okay. So first thing that's coming up, there's like some mischievous going on, mischief going on in your life, Aquarius. I felt like there was a lot of like cosmic connections going on, and then I feel this kind of like naughty energy too. So something's going on here. So I kind of got that. It was just like a little little sinister smile, like ha 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 ha. I got this. So I don't know if maybe you're doing some illegal activity or someone around you, or that's just kind of how you feel. Or we got to read into it just a little bit more to see what that is. But I felt like, like kind of like a little like laughing, like ha 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 ha. Like you ever see like the Wizard of Oz or something, like when like a evil witch is laughing, ha 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 ha. Like that's like the funniness that came up. Not to be scared, just to look at it. There's someone in your life that you feel like is just trying to fuck your life up. Like you just feel like that they are just straight up, like you think like, I think this person wakes up in the morning and thinks, how can they fuck up Aquarius's life today? Like that's what I'm getting from this interaction. Like this person is jealous of you already. I could already see that, and because of that, they hyper focus on you. And they really try to create a sense of security within themselves by tearing you down. So that's really what's showing up in this read today, Aquarius. Like this is the energy that's kind of popping up. This person, like they're just so pressed to be around you because they actually don't know a healthy way to interact with you. They don't. Like it's like they take on this kind of toxic thing, because if they knew better, they would do better. Most people are like that. If they know better, they do better. But they're just like, they're really jealous of you because of your hidden powers, because of this. They believe, and they don't want to admit it, that there's something special about you and something that they want to have access to, but they can't see themselves. And that's what makes them so jealous of you. That's what makes them want, to be you, because they feel like life is just easier for you. And so they feel like in some strange way, they're like balancing things out by like being a dick to you or they just want to kind of be like around you and get some of this energy, this healing, this magic by osmosis, Aquarius. So that's what is going on there, because again, we have the High Priestess here, we have the moon, we have magic, we have awareness, psychic ability, stuff like that. There's something very special about you, Aquarius, and that is why this person is hating on you. So you might be at the point where you're starting to share your gifts out loud with other people, where you're starting to kind of give that maybe like say like, oh, flow with this in the universe or something like that. Or maybe you feel that on the inside, and the way you communicate it is in a much more practical way, like, hey, trust yourself, like you'll be okay. This person sees that, and like they're in such a toxic cycle themselves that they don't know how to in a healthy way interact with you. So there's just a lot of jealousy that ends up coming up, because this person needs a purification process, and they're actually trying to ask you to help them, but they're doing it in such a dick way that you're like, what the fuck? Like really, this person is in their heart kind of like a really sad, they feel very insecure about themselves, and because of that they need some purification, and they think that being a dick will allow them to do it with like this false sense of strength and get, you know, by making you small is supposed to make them feel big, but really it's just like perpetuating the energy. So number one rule is don't feed into this person. Let them kind of have their own toxic scenario because they're obsessed with you. So just kind of let them like do whatever the fuck that they need to do. Let's see. And they need to, their biggest issue is that they need to change the way that they feel about their life and about themselves. Like that's what it is. Now you have a choice, Aquarius. Like if you want to help them, you can, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. But I would simply say that if you chose to help this person because you're like, look, they're like a gnat and they're bothering me, do it like this. You need to have very strong boundaries. So if there's someone who's being sweet to you, you treat them very sweet. You be there for them. But if somebody's being a dick to you, then you have to give them the boundaries they need. Why? Because you have to let them sun themselves. Because that way, if they're not getting what they need out of something, they only have themselves to blame. If you approach them the same way that you approach people that you help, they will still be in this toxic dynamic. But if you like put them in kind of like boundaries and a pin in which they can like kind of counsel themselves and figure it out on their own, basically it's just like I'll explain to it like this. Sometimes people feel competitive. Sometimes women feel competitive against each other, and one thing you can do is just like, you know, the person who is like the one who is just like, come on, let's be chill, like can go to the other person and be like, notice something that they're doing, like, hey, I really like what you're doing over there, you know, that's really nice, you know, keep up the good work. So that person who usually is like hating on other people, like that puts them in a weird position because now they have to confront the fact that they're a dick. And if you have to confront the fact that you're a dick, they're going to have to face it. But if you said to them like, hey, you know, I like what you're doing, how can I help, how can I support you, they're going to work out their inner stuff on you. Oh, you weren't there when I called you the other day because I was trying to come up with this idea. Nope. All you got to do is just be like, you know, drop them little hints or messages. And that's if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't fucking have to do shit. Because what they are so kind of, I feel like, jealous about is that you just do whatever the fuck you want to do as you are. Like, that's really the energy that is coming up for you, Aquarius. And you just know how to make the right connections in a very succinct way. So that is really why this person is like so connected with you. So in the extended read, we're going to read into who this person is, if they're going to show up as a particular specific days, and if there's any additional messages from your spirit guides. So if you want to have access to that, you can use the link in the description.